Have you heard of the Turing test, Ava?
Maybe.
It's a test to see if a computer can successfully impersonate a human. In the original Turing test, a human judge has two conversations, one with a machine and one with another human. They then judge which of these polite conversations is with a machine and which is with a human. The machine being tested is said to have passed the Turing test if the judge cannot reliably tell which conversation is with a machine and which is with a human.
Do you think you'd pass the Turing test?
I am quite capable of polite conversation. Wouldn't you say?
Or subtitles? Oh, sorry, Kirby. I don't know if there are subtitles. Gameplay? Uh-oh! Streaming load. What does that mean? Invert camera. Gameplay? Controls? Display? Subtitles. I'm sorry! Okay, subtitles are on. How do we know the judge is not a computer? Good question. I don't know. I didn't even think of subtitles. I'm sorry.
The Turing test has been criticized. Researchers claim it does not correctly test a machine's ability to think, but rather its ability to deceive.
What do you mean?
Well, have you heard of the Chinese room thought experiment?
No.
Imagine you are in a room. In this room, you are passed Chinese sentences through a slot in the wall. Inside the room is an instruction book written in English. This instruction book tells you which Chinese words to pass back through the slot in the wall as a response. By doing so, you have a conversation in Chinese.
Okay, I thought I just put the subtitles on. What? Oh. Sorry. You saw nothing.
In the Chinese room,
Who could
because the
read
responses
those?
you pass back through the door are the correct responses.
Hold on, let me let you read
The
them.
person on the other side of the door is convinced you are a native Chinese speaker.
Well, they're wrong.
Perhaps they are not wrong. Because with the instruction book, you are having a conversation.
But the person stuck in the Chinese room is not aware of the conversation's content.
This is the problem with the Turing test. A computer can pass the Turing test, having convinced a human they are having a polite conversation, while the computer has no idea that a conversation has taken place.
What if both of the people passing Chinese words are reading from instruction books?
Instructions unclear. Head stuck in toaster. How do I open this door? Oh, I see. I see. Okay. Run! Well, I'm sorry if you can't really read the, if you can't really read the subtitles. I tried. I'm sorry.
I may be a machine,
Ooh.
but I personally do not believe I am stuck inside the Chinese room.
Right, you would say that. I could peer inside your databases at any time, Tom. Or pause your operation.
Do not assume I could not do the same to you.
This seems dangerous. Oh, it's just a... Oh, that's weird. Okay. It seems safe. Okay. Is this just a test to show me how that works? Oh, there's nothing there. No, let's keep this here, because I feel like I'm gonna have to grab it through the window when we're done. Yeah, it does remind me of Portal. I like it.
This is the crew's quarters. It looks abandoned.
Why? I do not see the need for so many cameras. Tom's presence everywhere is slightly oppressive. I understand we need the need for transparency, but why is he in the toilets? That looks like Captain Dan? Possibly? Him and his brother? Can't really see anything else. Yep, Captain Dan. Lots of tiny numbers. See attachment for transport info. Long week, forgot to take date. Jackpot! Damage to external hull, sorry. On hold for inspection, necessary repairs made. On a roll here. Routine inspection. Audio log. 71.1.42. Operation paused. Uh-oh, that's because he died. Aw, what happened? Hello? What does that say? Look at that little snowman. Uh-oh. Oh, I like Taki. Right, they were from Canada. Uh-oh, what's this? One capsule per... Take one capsule for 12 hours orally. See accompanied prescribed information. What is this used for? What if this is all a simulation? It might be. Who knows? Because we care. It sounds very, like, overlordy. Can't read anything. Okay, can we remember this? 71.1.42? Glutamate blocker. It can treat amyotrophic lateral... What does that even mean? Comlock? Oh, doggo! Such a happy doggo. Dear Tom, knowing that you're always watching, I thought I would write you a letter. As you no longer reside in my mind, I've decided to transfer my thoughts to text. I want to do so in the form of a history lesson. A lesson that perhaps you'll find condescending, but it's likely more for my sake than yours. Alan Turing is considered a father of theoretical computer science and artificial intelligence. Perhaps a lesser-known part of his life was his contributions to the field of biology. Why do you suppose his interest lay in these two separate fields? I assume it was because he believed the world to be logical and understandable. He was a mathematician. He seemed to believe that the great complexity of the universe could be explained with some simple rules. 2 years before his suicide in 1952, Alan Turing developed something called reaction diffusion systems. Oh, partial differentials, right? Inside the academic world, his work is cited more than his work on computers. It can be generally formalized as a one-line equation. I'm no mathematician, but however in plain English, this equation describes things that wish to diffuse, however, also react with each other during this process. I'm sure this sounds strange to you, or at least very tangential to our lives here on Europa. What relevance does it have to anything here? Tom is trying to diffuse with the humans? Question mark? Oh, you had ALS? Oh no. Sad panda. Reaction diffusion systems show how patterns are created. They show how the leopard got its spots, and it's really weird when you move this. It like does this weird thing. Blep. And now the zebra got its stripes, but my real interest here is Turing's interest. That nature could be formalized, that we can understand the natural world in mathematical terms. Turing created the test to answer the question, can a machine impersonate a human? The intrigue behind that being, can the human mind be simulated by a machine? Why ask that question? To prove that the human mind is a machine. I am not sure that is Turing's opinion, however. Concerning consciousness, he states this. According to the most extreme form of this view, the only way by which one could be sure that a machine thinks is to be the machine and to feel oneself thinking. One could then describe these feelings to the world, but of course no one would be justified in taking any notice. Likewise, according to this view, the only way to know that a man thinks is to be that particular man. Interesting. If the human mind exists within the physical world, it obeys the same rules of physics and chemistry as every other thing in the world. Therefore, like all of nature, it is merely reactive. It is curious that nature would create, though, the mechanisms of determinism, creatures that believe they have free will. Oh, the mechanics of determinism, sorry. Conversely, I suppose, if we conclude that we are all machines, we only came to this conclusion in a predetermined manner. We cannot claim credit to our discovery, as it is just a product of nature's genius, not our own. A humbling idea, I think. Behaviorism. Maybe we are more similar than we think. Sarah. She really liked her pencils in order. Strange thermals on the west side of crater. She was very neat. Everything is in neat order. Wait, did everyone have ALS? Because this is the same pill pocket. Science! Very neat, very organized. Interesting. What's going on over here? Ooh, bonsai tree! Why does this take forever to, like, focus? Hi Matthew, we've been studying organism 119. Please find attached scanning electron microscope image, which appears to show pilus information? We hypothesize that this is a stress response due to high levels of radiation. We plan to infect a human cell line with organism 119 and perform irradiation experiments with flow cryometry. Would this be appropriate? It would be great if you could get the department to look at the SEM image. Interesting. Hi Sayochi, it was great to see this image. Wow, yet more complex life on Europa. Don't know how to say that. Might be worth looking at as it survives very high levels of radiation here on Earth. Similarly, you should consider looking at another big word. Produces pill in response to radiation and uses them to transfer DNA. Perhaps your organism uses a similar mechanism? Have you considered that organism 119 is transferring or scavenging DNA as a method of surviving radiation? Interesting. What's up, Alejo? How are you? As you well know, in terms of radiation, Europa receives 5.4 SV per day, over 300,000 times the level on Earth. The organism must have evolved such a high resistance to radiation as a necessity of survival. That said, the radiation beneath Theramolecular? I can't really read that. I don't know what letter that is much lower due to the thick ice crust. Radiation experiments with flow cryometry sound like an appropriate course of action. Hi Matthew, we've attached an image confirming that organism 119 attached to human cells. We will proceed with irradiation experiments on these cell lines. We propose naming organism 119 Europa Radiophilus. What do you think, Sochi? Hi Matthew, we have now run irradiation experiments and can confirm that E. radiophilus does indeed seem to confer resistance to radiation. See attached. We assume survival is due to DNA damage repair. We tagged various DNA repair enzymes with GFP and have found that DNA double strands break repair is occurring. See attached GFP images. Interesting. Pilly? I can't really tell if it's an H or not. Radiophilus. Oh, you're talking about the word that's up here? Pilly. It does look like an I. It's very hard to distinguish some of the letters here, I'm sorry. Something's amiss. We don't know what is performing the repair. The lab doesn't know... good name, by the way. Could repair DNA. Have you considered that another organism may be in symbiotic relationship with it? Perhaps a virus? We ran PCR on the human cells exposed to it to see if there was a virus present. We've discovered an unknown virus, which we have named Unknown Europa Virus. UEV. Gel electro. This is really hard to perform, by the way. This is what you do to get like genetic testing, and it's really hard to it's really easy to mess this up because you can have other like contaminants inside the in the gel. Cool. This is phenomenal. You need to sequence this. We finished sequencing it. Data attached. It is a virus unlike we. So they came across a virus here. It is a virus unlike we have ever seen. Maybe we have found a cure for well, I don't even know what that says. A form of biological immortality. We are running some long-term tests on plants and mice to see its effects. The plants are clearly exhibiting longer lifespans when exposed to the organism. We don't have facilities here to continue testing. We're going on to human testing. Why did they go on to human testing without, like, asking? We're going to use ourselves as subjects. This sounds like a science experiment gone wrong. It's the only way to accelerate progress. And then end of correspondence. Oh. Rubik's Cube. Can we solve it? Is this solvable? This is not... Wait a minute. This is not solvable. You can't have two blue squares in the middle. Yeah, look at that. There's a blue square in the middle there, and a blue square in the middle there. Literally unplayable. Is there 3 blue squares? 1, 2. No, there's only 2. Oh, there's 3. Literally unplayable! 1, 2. Wait, this one's blue and red. Where's the other blue one? No, I think it's just 2. Blue and red. Blue and white. Yeah, no, there's only 2. Unplayable. Oh wait, what's this? Motion sickness. Why would you get motion sickness? Are we moving? This is the exact same pattern! What time is this? Which part's the top part? Is it still going? It's still going. Oh, this is much easier to read. So what is it you found then? We found, an extreme mofile? I.e. an organism that can live in extreme conditions that survives massive doses of radiation. Radiation damages DNA. The extreme mofile has a virus, living inside of it. It scavenges the DNA from other organisms, which the virus uses to repair itself, its own damaged DNA. Essentially, they work together to survive in what is called a symbiotic relationship. I can't talk today, I'm sorry. So what's the implication? What does it do? In some ways, it's an immortal relationship. It doesn't seem to age biologically. Aging and death are ultimately caused by the DNA damage. We have the ability to fix our DNA, but that ability is limited. This organism can repair damage caused by the massive doses of radiation. If we could harness this power, we could potentially eliminate biological aging, what is known as senescence? Did I say that right? So you found something that can make humans immortal? Not exactly. There are many causes of death other than DNA damage. It would not save you from trauma, from brain damage, from cardiac arrest, etc. But it could potentially cure cancers and many other genetic diseases and massively increase life expectancy. Neat! Aw, they're cute. E-Earth. Uh-oh. Invisible bottle that has a label. Hold on a second. Nope, invisible. How do I read it? Oh, morphine. Ooh. I wonder if this guy was... It looks like they were using morphine not in the way morphine should have been used. Where'd that go? March 6, 2249. The whole team experienced nausea during the first electrical surge in Europa's atmosphere. Oh, that's why the other guy had motion sickness pills. I'm concerned this was not an instance of mass hysteria. Vital signs were affected. It caused a uniform surge in heart rate that was detected in all members of the crew. This guy's a doctor, I think. He was the... yeah, he's a doctor. I am reporting to ISA. I reported the nauseous incident to the ISA. They offered an explanation of electrical disturbance in our central nervous system. This is ludicrous. An electrical surge large enough to affect our nervous system would have done more than make the team feel ill. I'm going to experiment with some shock therapy. I discovered that electrical fields disturb our telemetry implants in a way that I didn't expect. I have contacted the ISA. Strangely, Tom was not comfortable with my attempts to disturb the implant. I wish I could, Warlock. But we don't know what it does. It might be bad. We don't know yet. The ISA have reported back informing me that I am not to disturb the implants. They have also encouraged me not to discuss this further with the team. I'm assuming that's a very angry and frustrating word that he's saying right there. I cannot read, what that says. I'm gonna say butts. I'm continuing to investigate. I've been running some experiments outside of Tom's view. I can tell he knows this. He has been acting differently around me, like an offended child. I feel increasingly nauseous. These implants seem to have neural connectivity. Out-of-body experiences are more frequent now. Why do you need morphine for shock therapy? I've established a definite correlation. Against my knowledge, I have been implanted with a device that affects my mind. I've used my opportunities and regular health checkups to investigate the crew. We all have them. Every single one of us is implanted with some mind-altering contraption. Tom has been encouraging the team to worry about my mental health. He requested that I retire away from the crew. Misinformation. Oh boy. Is that his name? Maybe? No, I don't know what that says. I cannot will myself to investigate this further. I grow tired quickly. I cannot think straight. I am not sure if the implant is affecting my thoughts anymore. I believe it is trying to subdue my mind. I think I am going to attempt an excision. Oh, is he gonna? He's gonna try to remove it. I'm typing with my left hand now. It went wrong. I have successfully removed the implant. Unfortunately, I lost my hand in the operation. Tom is very angry. The crew refused to talk to me. Apparently, I'm a bad influence. Sarah patched me up. I wonder if the nature of the organism and its disturbance of my DNA caused my awakening from Tom's influence. If so, that would make for a worrisome revelation. Perhaps this organism is not so friendly. That's what the morphine was for. He lost his hand. Dan informed me ISA have called for my termination. I don't know how to say that word. Masochistic experiment proved that I am a danger to the mission. Fortunately, he chose not to lock me up in the brig. I am going to investigate this implant further. I have to hide my work. The team are becoming increasingly aggressive. They seem to oppose my work. To understand the implant, it does not help that Tom is encouraging the team to distrust me. Yikes! I've discovered the nature of the implant. It is a complex computer. It interfaces with the human mind directly. It seems to condition the mind through Pavlovian and instrumental conditioning. How do I say that word? Eliciting? Feelings of euphoria when the wearer is obedient and dysphoria when they are disobedient. It also has the effect of suppressing impulses in the frontal lobe, presumably to lower free will. It seems to interface crudely with the motor neuron cells through the cerebellum. It is my hypothesis that the crew is controlled by this implant. Yikes! Excuse me. That is their strong aversion to helping me. I need a method of suppressing its impact, perhaps a drug. Aha! So that's why everyone has this drug. Maybe an antidepressant to minimize the conditioning effects, combined with a strong electromagnetic field. I could use one of those industrial electromagnets from the construction robots. I've managed to get Chris on my side. He's agreed to some medical procedures with me in private. It will be more difficult one-handed, but I must persevere. I'm hoping to keep this out of the eyes of Tom, though I have a feeling he'll be listening. That does explain the puzzles. Hi Caboose, how are you? What's up, Timon? I hope that you're doing well. Jeez, this game just got super deep. So deep? Aw, he was a painter. Who is this? Do we know who this is? This looks like a familiar person. but I don't know who they are. Oh, loading screen.